So, they are now going to combine their powers to deliver for you one 10-person extemp speech covering one of the most important hypothetical issues that could totally, potentially, really happen. So, without further ado, your SFI 2015 extempers.
How will I have time signals today?
I'll give you standard time signals. It'll be 5 on down, 30, 15, and last 5.
Thank you. Donald Trump has one phrase to eliminate all of his problems. We're fired. Which is one phrase you cannot use when or if he is elected with other world leaders.
Which is a serious possibility. According to an Economist poll released 2 days ago, Donald Trump is miraculously leading the entire Republican Party. And with that, we can see that Donald Trump is the de facto presidential frontrunner for the Republicans.
If Donald Trump does get elected, he would have to meet the half-bear,
Half-president
Vladimir Putin.
Now, some have pointed to Donald Trump's heavy-handedness as a possible area for
Risky business!
sensitive issues like Ukraine and trade relations. However, others point to negotiating tactics as the very reason he should be elected.
If Donald Trump does get elected, considering this, he would have almost complete autonomy over Russia and Putin deals and relations. And due to this, many American citizens and Russian citizens alike have been asking themselves today's most imperative question. If Donald Trump does get elected, how would he handle Vladimir Putin?
And the answer is he would handle him in a corporate-like manner.
First, he would use military hostility to push Russia towards a deal with Putin.
Second, he would negotiate a trade agreement beneficial to both the United States and Russia.
And lastly, he would create interdependence so that he could power check both Russia and Putin at the same time.
As we look at Donald Trump's first action against Russia, military hostility, we must first look at Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is an extremely aggressive leader. We can see this through his actions in Ukraine and in other policies during his administration. However, if Donald Trump was elected president of the United States, Vladimir Putin would face an equally aggressive leader. This would cause possible military conflict between the two nations.
And according to a global firepower index taken in 2015, Russia and the United States are both superpowers, as the United States is in first, but only slightly better than the Russian superpower, who is in second place. However, both of these firepowers would ultimately come at a head with Donald Trump, the duck, and Vladimir Putin fighting head-to-head in either Ukraine or other regions of Europe. However, as this would be totally interrupting what Donald Trump would want to do with our economy, they would have to back down and give relations to one another so that they could close ties and go into an economy. Please, for a second.
The second reason we can see Trump handling Putin in a corporate manner is because he would try to negotiate a trade agreement beneficial to both the United States and Russia.
Russia has resources such as oil that could significantly impact the United States economy in a positive way. Likewise, Russia could be dependent upon the U.S. for resources such as agricultural.
Vladimir Putin was initially elected to save Russia's economy, and he did exactly this.
Until he decided to destroy Ukraine's economy. The United States reacted immediately by placing economic sanctions on Russia that totally and completely devastated their economy.
Russia and Putin. This would create a mutual relationship between the two countries, such as trade deals and so on. This leading to Trump giving Putin the toupee and Putin giving Trump some workout routines. On March 16th, 2015, the Forbes article reported about how U.S. sanctions on Russia are getting worse and worse. They will never get better. But if Donald Trump was elected as president, he would eliminate the sanctions, strengthening both ties with Russia and the economies of both countries, creating a better relationship with peace.
According to the New York Times on July 7th, in an interview between Bill O'Reilly and Donald Trump, Bill O'Reilly was asking hard questions such as, what are you going to do in the event of other countries, especially concerning Vladimir Putin and Russia? Donald Trump really took it the greatest way possible. He said, so in order to keep our country the best country in the world, we need to have a co-leadership with Russia, because the United States really can't continue being target ball, especially if anyone hates you in the first place. We see this throughout because of the Russian sanctions that Donald Trump hopes to eradicate in his presidency. We see that the co-leadership would be able to make checks and balances between it. Like, Russia would be able to go into Ukraine without the United States saying, no, you can't open separate boundaries, and Russia couldn't take any of the and the United States can take any of Russia's area without Russia being able to power check on the same equivalency.
In conclusion, today we examine the question,
And if Donald Trump becomes president, how will he handle Vladimir Putin? And to this answer, we'll end it in a very deliberate manner, trying to crack a deal between Russia and the United States.
big simplified this third,
Using military hostility to crack a deal between Russia and the United States.
creating trade agreements that would be to the benefit of both the United States and Russia.
And finally, creating interdependence and power collaboration between Russia and the US.
If hostility was to come up between the United States and Russia, Donald Trump would use his corporate and business sense in order to not